everybody. Welcome to the mid-tempo jam. If you're coming on right back from the slow jam, welcome back. You might have had time to just take one quick breath like I did. And hopefully you had a chance to stand up, which I did not. But hey, that's what happens when I do too much explaining during the slow jam. Out of that precious time. Okay, I'm just gonna double check tune in right quick. Oh, hello. Okay, and we'll get started with Little Cabin Home on the Hill. So I'm just going to do a quick check on the live streams here, make sure we're up and running. How is everybody doing? We had lots of activity on the slow jam. Lots of folks chiming in and picking along, telling us how they're doing, what they're doing. Feel free to do so here. Always fun to see everybody. And there we go. We're live on the Facebook. Double check the YouTube. We are looking like we're live on YouTube. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to get going here on the mid-tempo jam. Most of you know the rules. If you're new to this and you don't know the rules, just kind of jump in and you'll figure it out. I just do a quick run through of the song. It's not meant to be a lesson on the song. It's just meant to be a quick run through, kind of how it goes, what the chords are, and how the melody goes, and then I'll demonstrate a kickoff, which is an introduction of the song, which is based on the melody. And then you will kick it off, and I'll count you in, and I'll back you up. And then we play the song, and you back me up, meaning play rhythm for me while I'm playing my leads, and I play rhythm for you to back you up while you're playing your leads. And then you can use this as to practice really anything you want. Practicing single note backup while I'm singing, playing melodies against my vocal. That's something you can practice while we're doing this. You can practice your rhythm, which I really hope everybody's practicing their rhythm at least a good part of the time. And obviously, I hope you're singing the songs and practicing the harmony parts, because that's a big part of this style. And half of the fun for me, really. I love singing harmony. Okay, Little Cabin Home on the Hill, in the key of G. It goes like this. And a 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 1. 1 and a 1 and a 5. 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 1. And a 1 and a 5 and a 1. Here comes the 4 chord. 4 and a 4 and a 1, and 1 and 1 and a 5, 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 1, in our little cabin home on the hill. All right, I will find a tempo and then I'll demonstrate the kickoff. Cool, the idea here is to take it easy, picking up where we left off on the slow jam, but I kind of usually intentionally throw like mid-tempo songs in here. So most of them, those that we can, not all of them, but many of them, we're trying to play at their actual tempo. This is a fine tempo for this song. It can go a little faster, but it doesn't need to. The way I might kick this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so go ahead and kick us off on Little Cabin Home on the Hill. Little cabin home on the hill in G. Here you go. Kick us off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Tonight I'm alone without you, my dear. It seems there's a longing for you still. All I can do now is sit alone and cry in our little cabin home on the hill. For someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. I got it. I hope you are happy tonight as you are, for in my heart there's a longing for you still. I'll just keep it there so I won't be alone in our little cabin home on the hill. For someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. Play. Now when you have come to the end of the way and you find there's no more happiness for you, let your thoughts turn back once more, if you will, to our little cabin home on the hill. For someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. All right, fun. Good old cabin song. And while we're on the Flatt & Scruggs, we're going to stick with Flatt & Scruggs and do a little Salty Dog Blues. And this one goes in the key of G. It's kind of around the horn kind of thing. So it's a 1 to the 6 dominant, that's an E7 or an E major. To the 2 dominant, which is a A7 or an A major. And then your 5. So again, 1 and 6 major, 2 major, 2 major, 5 and 5 and a 1. So I'll either say major or dominant for those chords because they are altered from how they exist diatonically in the scale. And we call that around the horn, a little 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. All major or dominant chords, everything but the 1 chord. So every one of those could be a 7th chord, or they could all be major chords. But I just figure why not use that 7th when you can, because it sounds really good. So there you go, G, E, A, D, G. That's the whole song, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. And the melody would go something like... course, kicks it off on the Flatt and Scruggs version. Okay, here we go. All right, there's your tempo. Boom, 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 boom. Kick us off on Salty Dog Blues in the key of G. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Standing on the corner with the low-down blues, great big hole in the bottom of my shoe. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Let me be your salty dog, or I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your salty dog. I got it. Look at here, Sal, I know you. Run down stocking and a wore out shoe. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Let me be your salty dog, or I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Play. Sitting on a log, finger on the trigger and an eye on the hog. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Let me be your salty dog, or I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your salty dog. I got it. Pulled the trigger and the gun said go. Shot fell over in Mexico. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Mexico, Kentucky, that is. Let me be your salty dog, or I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Play. Last chorus. Let me be your salty dog, or I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Alright. Fun. You can keep that real basic with the melody, or you can really riff on those chord changes. And I was kind of trying to show you a little bit of both in my breaks. But I bet there was some wonderful stuff going on out there in the world with all of you playing. I wish I could hear it all at once. I bet that would be a cool sound. Let's see how everyone's doing. And how many would it be? We got 27 on the Facebook. I don't know exactly. I don't know how to tell how many are on at once on the YouTube, but say we got 80 people playing along at once, you know, hearing everybody's break at the same time would probably sound really cool. Okay, over here on YouTube, hello Sage Helperman, nice to see you there. Hi Sandy, playing a banjo and dobro in Bakersfield. Hi Chuck McLaughlin in Fort Collins. Hey JP, looking forward to some more Earl Taylor. Hey, thanks for sending me that. Joey, yeah? Rome, Ohio and Cincinnati, Ohio, right on. C Daddy H in Kentucky. I'm getting to know some of your names from your handles, but I don't know them all, so forgive me. C Daddy H in Kentucky, Mike Gilbert in Austin, Texas, Mike LeBlue here, back from the mid-tempo fun. Okay. Christopher D. Chiara, squeezing it in while studying for my first responder course. Hey, I'm a wilderness first responder now. We just wrapped up classes yesterday. Whew, it was a lot. But holy smokes, there's a lot of study yet to do, a lot of retention, a lot of keeping up on the things I learned, a lot more room to grow, a lot more room to practice. But I feel pretty darn confident about being ready to go to work if I see a situation and know what to do. So right on, I would recommend for anybody who has the time and spends any time in the outdoors to get a wilderness first responder certification. It's a phenomenal exercise in critical thinking, and you learn lots of tools that could help people. Thank you, Christopher. Scott Watson in Orange County. Hello, Barry Driscoll in Vermont. And hello, Ava in Arcata. Cool, thanks everybody. Over here on Facebook land, we got Matt Malwitz. Hey Matt, up in Arroyo Seco, New Mexico. Whoa, the thing swam away from me. I don't know where we are. Jennifer Hayden, hello. If I mispronounce names, forgive me. I just rattle these off. Hi, Dave Schmidt. You're still here. Right on. Hi, Larry McLaughlin. Hey, didn't I just see you on YouTube? Hi, Bob Bowden. I got your name right, didn't I? +1. Jack McGuire. Matt in Arroyo Seco. David down in what's your town? You're somewhere near good old Area 51 there in New Mexico. Not Area 51, sorry. My mind is swimming. David Holcamp, you're down there in New Mexico, and you're my friend. Hi, Jennifer Hayden. Hello, Mike Utley. Thank you from the headwaters of the Yampa up in Steamboat Springs. Yes, sir. We're going to be hitting that Yampa and hopefully have some big snowmelt this spring. Hi, Bill. Thank you, Bill. Thanks for being here. Hi, Clark and BV. And, of course, Bill Pilliard, my old friend, is in Missouri. And, okay. Oh, David, your hometown. It's you gotta remind me. But anyhow, we hung out down in Taos, of course, when our bands played together several years ago, and in Santa Fe. Los Alamos. All right. Thank you, David, in Los Alamos, New Mexico. All right. Where were we? St. Anne's Reel. I was kind of thinking of, since I was studying really hard and working for this wilderness first responder all last week, which we call WFR. You hear people say WFR, that's what it means, WFR, wilderness first responder. So I didn't want to do stuff I wasn't familiar with. I knew I wasn't going to have any time to learn anything, but I wanted to bring out some songs and tunes we haven't done in a while, and this is one of them. St. Anne's Reel in D, and a 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 4 and 4 and a 1 and 1, 1 and a 1 and a 1 and 1 and 4 and a 5 and a 1, the 1 and a 1 and a 1, 1 and 4, 4 and 1 and 1, 1 and a 1 and a 1 and 1 and 4 and a 5 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 2 minor, 5 and a 5 and a 1 and 1, 6 minor, 2 minor, 5 and a 1. In other words, D, E minor, A7, D, B minor, E minor, A7, D. So a lot of you traditionalists would be wagging your finger at me for putting the B minor in there, but I like it. It's the way a lot of people play this tune, and that's the way we're going to do it. This is a French-Canadian fiddle tune. Good old St. Anne's Reel. As far as I understand, it's French-Canadian. Okay, so let's find a tempo. That's a little too quick. It can be done, but this song loses its panache at fast tempo. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna throw you all a bone and take it down even slower. Okay, here we go. St. Anne's Reel, let's play it 3 times all the way through, and I'll kick it off with Taters. And when you get to the end, no tag, just end it. Okay, here we go. St. Anne's Reel, 3 times through. I'm kicking it off in the key of D. Fun. That was a good review. That's one of those tunes that is a little tricky to get away from the melody and then get back on the melody. But it's a great exercise to try to do that. If you take off, don't stray too far. Try to weave that melody in there somehow. But it is really lovely changes to jam over, so don't be afraid of deviating. But your goal, remember, is to try to keep that melody in there, or at least get back to the melody in a really neat way. Some players who I really admire who are really, really good at that are Sam Bush, David Greer, let's see, as far as fiddle players, you know, Jason Carter. The fiddle players are a little more advanced than most, because these tunes are their bread and butter. They live in the melody. But of course, Stuart Duncan, Aubrey Haney, Bronwyn Keith Hines, so many good fiddle players out there. Some of my friends in Colorado, Justin Hoffenberg. But the player who I probably got the most insight as far as making cool variations on tunes that make a lot of sense, that don't repeat each other. He could do this from like one little variation, then one little different variation, then another one, and keep the melody going the whole time, is Sam Bush. He's just so good at that. And then if you're just playing straight melody, that's great. Stick with that. That works. It always works. It's always that thing you can rely on. Just playing a cool version of the melody. And variations don't have to be note variations. They can be pickup notes, they can be rhythms, it could be the feel of how you're playing it. It could be, you know, if you're throwing in a little extra note, like, you know, a little trill, some little different thing. You know, those are variations. They don't have to be like actual melodic variations. It could be the feel. Dynamic. Those things, rising and falling with the dynamic of the volume. Okay, there's a teachable moment. Sleep with one eye open. Flatten Scruggs again. I mean, if you want a Rosetta Stone of how to play this style, just listen to lots of Flatten Scruggs. And watch them too. Watch those videos of them playing. Pretty phenomenally good, amazing group. All right, Sleep with one eye open. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. That little game we play, I've been sleeping my whole life away. It's a swinging little number, right? It doesn't need to go fast. In the key of D, it goes, and a 1, and a 1, 1, and a 1, and a 1, and a 1, and a 5, and a 1, and a 1, 1, and a 1, 1, and a 5, and a 1, to the 4, back to 1, and a 1. So those little pauses, or the extra, not a pause, but the extra couple beats between the vocal, that only happens when we're singing, I think. Yeah, when we're picking, we don't do those. When we're picking, we just play straight through without that extra little space for the D run or that extra 2 beats as it is, okay? So here's how I would kick it off. A 1, 2, 3. That was horrible kickoff. Let me try it again. 1, 2, 3. That's better. Okay, I bet you're going to do even better than that. Kicking off this groovy little number, make sure you sing the responses on the chorus, and we'll do Sleep with One Eye Open. You're going to kick us off in the key of D. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I just found out today that little game you play. I've been asleep in my whole life away. You've been stepping, so to say, between midnight and day. So I'm gonna sleep with one eye open from now on. From now on, all night long. You won't have a chance to treat your daddy wrong. You've been stepping, so they say, between midnight and day. So I'm gonna sleep with one eye open from now on. I got Here's a honky-tonk down the road, just a mile or so. And I understand it's where to spend your time. Well, I got news for you, your little game is through. From now on, baby, you're gonna toe the line. From now on, all night long, you won't have a chance to treat your daddy wrong. You've been stepping, so they say, between midnight and day. So I'm gonna sleep with one eye open from now on. Play. You thought you was being wise, running around with other guys, and leaving me to spend my time alone. Well, you'll find out today that it don't work that way. We've started a little game that you can play. From now on, all night long, you won't have a chance to treat your daddy wrong. You've been stepping, so they say, between midnight and day. So I'm gonna sleep with one eye open from now on. Fun. Love it. Love that song. Okay, Jerusalem Ridge. This has kind of become a bit of a pet tune for me. I haven't been playing it every day, but I've been trying to play it often just to get it a little more solid in my repertoire and a little bit more accurate to the Kenny Baker melody. Anyhow, I'll just kind of like do the melody as I do. I'll try to kind of sing the melody and I'll play the changes once through. This is one of those tunes you just kind of have to learn if you want to play it. But this is a good way to learn it. So here we go. In the key of A minor, we do this little kind of strummy intro. So a lot of people stick that D minor in there, and that's cool. But I really truly believe that Monroe intended a D major. He plays a D major on that recording. And he wrote that tune with Kenny Baker, of course. And Kenny Baker, this is another kind of point of debate. I hear Kenny Baker playing. I hear him doing that raised sixth, the major sixth. Most people play with the flatted sixth. I just like the major sixth, and I think that's how the song goes in my mind. That's what I'm hearing in the cosmos. That's what I hear Kenny Baker playing. So anyhow, do it either way you like, and I know it's going to be just fine. And we'll play Jerusalem Ridge. We'll go just twice through because it's such a long tune. We'll go me all the way through, you all the way through, me all the way through, you all the way through. And that'll be it. And I'm going to speed this up a wee bit. And here we go. Jerusalem Ridge in the key of A minor. I might not have slowed down quite enough there on the end, but hey, we got the metronome going, so it's tricky. When we can't hear one another, this is obviously just a simulation. But I hope I'm playing, I always try to play just a solid rhythm for you. And if you hear me really exposed, it means you're not playing rhythm to back me up. So the whole idea is to make it lock in. And if you can do that in this context, then you can do it in a live context. And it's even better in the live context because you're hearing one another and you can really adjust to each other's volume, adjust to each other's timing, and all those good things. Fun. Good old Jerusalem Ridge. Once I visited the old home outside of Rosine, Kentucky there, Bill Monroe's old home place, and a friend and I actually went up onto Jerusalem Ridge where Uncle Penn's cabin was and stood up there and played that tune. It was a powerful moment. All right. Love Me Darlin', just tonight, in the key of A. A desperate song of attachment, as most of these bluegrass songs are. From the Stanley Brothers. Yep, the old Martin. I'm going to double check tuning with the capo on, which I usually don't do, but I want to be in tune. Ideally, you'll tune with the capo off and put the capo on precisely and it'll still be in tune, but I must have clamped it down a little too hard, or sometimes the Martin just does its thing. It's a stubborn old man. Now when I take the capo off, it'll be haywire, but at least we're in tune for now. Okay, Love Me Darlin' Just Tonight, in the key of A, it goes 1 and 1 and 5, 5 and 5 and a 1, 1 and 1 and 4, 1 and 5 and a 1. That's the whole song. Let's find a tempo, and then I'll demonstrate the kickoff. Crank it up just a little bit. Oh, hold me tight. Tomorrow. Okay, so my kickoff might go something like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It might go something like 1, 2, 3. Okay, so take a deep breath. You better be singing those harmonies with me too. And kick us off here on Love Me Darlin', just tonight, in the key of A. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Love me, darling, just tonight. Take your arms and hold me tight. Tomorrow you may hold another. Love me, darling, just tonight. I got it. I got the second verse, I'm just trying to find the first verse. Alright, here's the second verse. Try to find true love in your heart. Tomorrow we may not have to part. But if you feel you must leave me, love me, darling, just tonight. Love me, darling, just tonight. Take your arms and hold me tight. Tomorrow you may hold another. Love me, darling, just tonight. Play. Still not there, but I'm thinking. I bet you all are typing away madly. Don't type away. I'll get it. It's been a while since I've done this song. All right, here's the chorus. Love me, darling, just tonight. Take your arms and hold me tight. Tomorrow you may hold another. Love me, darling, just tonight. It's still not there. Sometimes this happens. I like to memorize stuff. I don't like reading lyrics. Every now and then I'll have a cheat sheet out if I need it, but I don't believe that there is a limit to what people can memorize. I believe you can memorize. You're not going to fill up your brain, is what I'm saying. That song, it had just been probably a month at least since I've thought about it or sang it, so that first verse just did not pop up. And that's okay. If you're in a jam and that happens, just sing one of the other verses again. It's fine. But it does get to you, right? When you can't think of it. Okay, I'm sure somebody's typed it in there by now. So I'm going to check on everyone. Hello. Sam Bush in Denver. Sam Bush is actually in Denver tonight. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Tony Cook, playing. Hi, Tony in Austin. Very cool. And hello, Matt. Hello, Bill. Hello, everybody in Facebook land here. And hello over here on YouTube. Ford Huntington is back. James O'Connor in Chicago. Corn Silk Sunshine RS. Official home in Millen, Georgia, but on business in Gallatin, Tennessee. All right. Thanks everybody for being here and picking along. Okay, well, love me, darling, just tonight. I'll get that first verse next time. And we got this song that I'm confident I'll get all the lyrics on this time. That's How I Can Count on You, in the key of B flat. You say tomorrow you are leaving. I hope you know that it ain't right. There it is. I pray to God that you won't leave me. That's it. Love me, darling, just tonight. Okay. It came back a little bit late. Like I said, it's all in there. Memorizing stuff is cool. I've got lots of songs down. I'm working on all the medical stuff. I got a lot of that memorized. I'm still reviewing it. It's a lot of that stuff is not quite committed to memory. But all the signs and symptoms, all the protocols, all that stuff is a big chunk of study. All the medications, all the doses, all the things. But music is the thing I've always been good at memorizing. And my great-grandpa, who built this house with a little help, he didn't build it with his own two hands. He had some help from my grandpa and others and some workers. He memorized a lot of poetry. I never knew my great-grandpa, but Mom said he had a verse or a poem for every situation, and I think that's really cool. That's kind of a lost art. I've got a song lyric basically for any occasion, but I've thought about getting into some poetry memorization one of these days. Okay, this is a lovely poetic number. I don't know who wrote this song, but Red Allen did it, and also Jimmy Martin did it. And it's in B flat, so I'm capo 3 here, playing out of G position. And it goes, and a 1 and 1 and a 1, 1 and 1 and a 5, 1 and a 1 and a 4 and 4 and a 1 and 1 and 5 and a 1. It does another one of those. So that's basically the verse. It does that twice. And then you go up to the 4 chord. Fame and fortune shall pass me by, to the 5, back to 1, and a 4 and 4 and 4 and 1, 2 dominant to the 5, back to the 1 and 1 and 1, just like the first verse. 1 and 1 and 5, 1 and a 1 and a 4 and 4 and a 1 and 1 and 5 and a 1. So very straight ahead, but one of those, if it's in your head, you're good. If you're counting measures and counting beats, it might be kind of tricky. But once you know that in your mind, it's a very simple song. And if you memorize all the words, you can sing tenor throughout. It's a duet all the way through. Except for the B part. When I go to the 4 chord, and that's kind of solo. But the rest of it is all duet harmony. And it's like an A section, an A section, a B section, and an A section is how it goes. So it's a long AABA form. And what we're going to do is you're going to kick it off, and then we're going to sing the whole thing. Then I'm going to take a break. And then you're going to take a break right after me. And then I'll take another break, and you'll take another break. Let's each take 2 breaks right in the middle of this song, and then we'll sing the whole thing again. Okay, and this song usually goes by really fast. This is usually a fast jam song. But one of you, and forgive me for not remembering who it was, requested we did this in the mid-tempo. So I sneak it into the mid-tempo every now and then. But usually we're about 30 beats per minute faster. So here we go, nice mid-tempo version of That's How I Can Count on You. My kickoff would go something like 1, 2, 3. So kick us off and sing along. That's How I Can Count on You in the key of B flat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Like April can count on the showers, the grass can count on the dew, and March can count on the wind, windy days. That's how I can count on you. If the road looks long and endless, with nothing but heartbreaking view, I'll smile all the while, for I'll know that I can always count Like April can count on the showers, the grass can count on the dew, and March can count on the wind when windy days. That's how I can count on you. If the road looks long and endless, with nothing but heartbreak in view, I'll smile all the while, for I'll know that I can always count on you. If fame and fortune should pass me by, though a beggar, I'll stand alone. For a king and his kingdom could never find a love that is true as the love we have known. Like a baby can count on its mother at night when days are through, and lovers can count on the moon, tell the moon that's how I can count on you. Yes, that's how I can count on you. Fun. Good, happy, positive number. Okay, and then on to a less happy, positive number. Again, from Red Allen here. Teardrops in My Eyes in the key of B flat. Remember to stay hydrated. When you're playing music and when you're singing, you lose a lot of volume. And I often have to remind myself. So if you're in a jam or hanging out with your buddies, don't be afraid to remind them. Take a little team water drink every now and then. Okay. Hanging out in B flat for this one. This is kind of a 1-4-5 on the verses. 1 and 1 and a 4, 5 and 5 and a 1, 1 and 1 and a 4, 5 and 5 and a 1. And then the chorus goes 5 and 5 and a 1, 2 dominant to the 5, and 1 and 1 and 4, 5 and 5 and a 1. The melody of this song does something I really like. It does the and then on the 5 chord, the melody note is the 7th of that 5 chord. And I love melodies that do that. You know, the 7th is just a pretty note to use in a melody. It's the 4th note of the scale, the B flat scale, but it's the flatted 7th of the 5 chord, which is why that works so nicely and has a cool major scale sound to it. Here's your homework assignment. Think of other melodies that do that. Golly, I'm becoming a teacher here. Yeah, so that's just a fun teachable moment, something to think about. Okay, how can you use that 7th over the 5 chord, meaning the 7th of the 5 chord? All right. Teardrops in My Eyes. Stay at the exact same tempo. And here's how I might kick that off. 1, 2, 3. Something like that. Go ahead and kick us off on Teardrops in My Eyes in the key of B flat. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. eyes, 'cause it puts teardrops in my eyes. I found out what they say is true. I hope someday that you'll be blue, and then you'll know, dear, why I try. Wet these teardrops in my eyes. Play. Our vows, you'll have to pay for it somehow. I found out what they say is true. I hope someday that you'll be blue, and then you'll know, dear, why I try. Wet these teardrops in my eyes. Ow! Fun, fun. Okay. One last song of the set. I thought this would be a fun progression because typically I'm working my way sort of up to the key of B toward the end, and C is just 1/2 step higher. So guitarists, if you want, you can capo 5 here. I would have to think about that for a minute. I mean, I could do it, but I'm so used to playing this in C position that I'm just going to stick to C position. This is an original song called Last Day on the Job. We had a fun trial run of this several weeks ago, and I figured I'd bring it back. And it's at a nice tempo to wrap the mid-tempo jam. And I don't always reveal the tempos because I don't want you thinking about the numbers, because it doesn't always help your subconscious letting go of that. Because some songs and some tunes are easier to play faster than others, and like the number doesn't really mean a lot, you know. So I try not to tie up your thinking by telling you the beats per minute. But the mid-tempo jam is basically between 100 and 120. That's where we live, in the mid-tempo. Sometimes we'll dip down a little lower, but we never go faster than 120. Very rarely. I don't recall. Maybe if I'm like, and if I did, I would be like telling you that we're gonna push this a little bit. Anyhow, this song, since I know it well and I composed it and I recorded it and I practice it sometimes, is at 117. That's just where this one lives. So it's a perfect spot to end the mid-tempo jam. Fast jam starts around here, you know, or like 120. Usually the fast jam starts between 118 and 122. So my point is, come on back for the fast jam, because it's going to be right where we left off, and we're going to play Last Day on the Job here, which goes in the key of C. 1 and a 4, 1, 5, and a 4, and a 1. 1 and a 4, 1, 5, and a 4, and a 4, and a 5, and a 5. 6 minor, 4, and a 1, and a 5. 6 minor, 4, and 5. 6 minor, 4, 1, and 5. 6 minor, 4, and a 1, and a 5, and a 1. So it's got a little bit of a crookedness in there, but the changes are very simple. It's just an A minor, F, C, and a G. A minor, F, and a G. A minor, F, C, and a G. A minor, F, C, G, C. And the thing about the verses are really easy. But when we are picking, we add 1 measure to the 5 chord. So I'll demonstrate that here. If I'm singing it, the verse goes, "Been a long time since I felt this way. new horizons, better place. Been counting down the years up to this day. Now the sun is rising and I'm finding my way out of this race. Paid my debts. We go right to the chorus. But when we're picking it, we add one measure of that G chord at the end. So I'll play the kickoff and you'll hear that. 1, 2, 3. So it's got one extra measure G at the end. And this song is recorded on an album called Earth and Wood from 2016 that's available on YouTube on my channel and on all the streaming sites. So you can learn it if you want. It's a fun song. Anyway, here we go. Last day on the job in the key of C. You're going to kick it off. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Since I felt this way, new horizons, better place. Been counting down the years up to this day. Now the sun is rising and I'm finding my way out of this race. Paid my debts, I punched that clock. Very well, it's been a long time coming. Cleaned my desk, turned in my log. I'm gonna cash that check, it's the last day on the job. I got it? I got some clothes and all my gear packed up. The old dog's waiting out in the truck. Got no badge and I don't care no more. The only clearance that I need is under my 4x4. Paid my debts, I punched that clock. Very well, it's been a long time coming. Cleaned my desk, turned in my log. That check, it's the last day on the job. Play. I might have helped some folks along my way. Took my orders, my pay, provided for my home and family. Now I'm flying down the highway and I'm finally breaking free. Paid my debts, I punched that clock. Very well, it's been a long time coming. Cleaned my desk, turned in my log. I'm gonna cash that check, it's the last day. I'm gonna cash that check, it's the last day, yeah. I'm gonna cash that check, it's the last day on the job. Alright. Fun. Thank you for indulging me in the original. You all can play that if you want. You can play any of my songs that you want. Bring them to the jams. I like to get those songs out there. Okay, well thanks everybody. We're gonna start the fast jam here in 13 minutes. So go ahead and get yourselves warmed up, take a little break, and come on back at 1/4 past, and I'll see you there. Thank you.